All right. I think we're starting. Apologize for the very short stream prior to, but holy cow, that was loud. Uh, yeah, so what happened? Power went off here in Southern California um, between the last stream and this stream. And so I had to reset all of the settings I had on my camera, white balance, exposure, and all that kind of good stuff. Focus. Anyway, so we're starting a little late, but actually kind of early. 9:17 a.m. Pacific time. What do we have here? We have RCJP UK, random letters, subbing, Patrick 10, Crispy Egg Roll, one of our mods. Right now and later, thank you very much for the support and the bits. Who do we have in chat? We have Ink One, we have Jeff UTV, Pandemus, Superhero, Swimmer Art, everyone up early. I think Kirihiko was here. Usually have everyone. Let me just refresh the stream here. How's the volume? Need it be louder? Chat is in slow mode. Is that intentional? Or is that a holdover from last time? Okay, great. All right, today I'm going to do some work. Yeah, I'm not going to finish the work. I will get started because work takes about 3 times as long as it does to do a sketch. But this is involved something kind of different than what I've done on stream before, in that it has. Actually, I'll show you this too. This is a double-page spread cover. I think. Thinking of doing for Justice League Origin. Another trade or something down the road. It's the Justice League, but they're just kind of standing there. Like Batman's just standing there. Wonder Woman's kind of standing there with her leg up, Captain Morgan style. Superman's there, Cyborg in the middle, Green Lantern in the foreground, the Flash eating a sandwich. I put Martian Manhunter, I don't know why. Aquaman, so that Martian Manhunter would probably go away. But I'm debating whether I'm going to go forward with that because it's subdued. Mouthy Merc 49 and Wildstorm CCG have both sub. Thank you. L.A. Latomir. He's angry artist in the house. I don't know who that is. Is that Jeremy L. Joe? Hello. Kirihiko has resubbed 27 months. That's crazy. Still no eye tutorials. Yeah, you're right. That'll be the last stream. All right, let's get started. It's weird how I gotta probably shift the. This is a little intense over here. Let me adjust the lighting. There we go. All right. SW40 Kemp 13 has subbed. PR 213 Abner, and Big Boss 138. All right. Good morning, Captain Noah FTW. What's the program today? I am going to do some work. So this is I'll explain the parameters of this job. It's going to be 3 covers, a different Wonder Woman from different eras, and they form one larger image with a unified background that would have all the villains and buildings of Themyscira, kind of like George Perez. Now, let me tell you, this is a store variant, and I would never do a cover like this. It's a friend of mine, but he's asking for this very complex cover. He's like, all right, the Detective 1000 covers you did were simple, I get it, but I want something like complicated, simple. Some of the best covers are the most simplest, or the simplest, correct? Not the most simple, but the most simple or the simplest. Wildstorm CCG, Stanley Wonder Woman going to be one of no, it's not. So, so 40s Wonder Woman, probably 70s, or 80s, sort of classic Jose Garcia Lopez Wonder Woman. That's kind of what I intend to read it. And then they said model version in the email, but I think they meant movie version, which is really the rebirth version of the character, I think. So, let's start with the 40s. Although I kind of like the idea, rather than doing it time-wise, do you put the current sort of movie version here, the 40s version over here, and then the 80s version here? Or do you put the 40s in the center, 80s modern? So it's either chronological or the center panel has the most important one. So it would either be, well, on those all those every scenario I just listed, either does it 40s, 80s, current. I think it's every variation, right? Except for current, 80s, 40s. That makes no sense to me. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Here's your chance to have an impact. PJ Beiser, happy Sunday to yourself. Okay. Superhero Swim Art says modern in the middle. Okay, that's one vote. No. No. I like modern in the middle as well. Modern middle. A lot of people, modern middle. How many of you guys are professional artists? I just want to take that into account too. Just right. You wouldn't say, hey, I need advice on fixing my car engine, but none of the people were mechanics, right? So too harsh for a Sunday morning. Ink one, I kind of am. See, the Art Jedi. Chronological, please. People with OCD. Right there. Yeah, I don't know how this silent stream auction, whatever, went. I hope it went well. Top middle. I don't know what top middle means. Stop bullying the good people. I'm just kidding. Everyone's opinion counts. D. Calvin has resubbed for 27 months. Soloque Pixel. Cardiac Sumo 1. All right, so let's do modern. Let's see what happens if I put. I've always done chronological, so let's try to do something different. And I notice a lot of my variants, they don't they're not putting logos on top. Do you guys like the logoless covers? This pencil is a very large lead pencil. Let me turn off the volume here. It's distracting. Oh, just do this. Perfect. Tim Batch, thank you very much for the cheers. Jordan Ski 2017, thank you for the sub. Start drawing when I subscribe to your channel. That's cool. Arku Marv has resubbed 15 months. And Big Boss 138. Oh, you know, I think I did a cover like this with Wonder Woman, kind of, but it was more of an angle. Now I'm like, should they be running fourth? Or like kind of standing there on guard? I kind of like the running fourth just because the 40s version, that sort of classic version, it's almost like she's doing the jig or something with her arms out sideways. But I want to make sure I don't repeat that Justice League variant cover I did where she's coming forward, I think, in a very similar kind of pose. So what else can I do? She had a sword and shield, so if I do that, that kind of limits my poses. So maybe I don't. Boy, can I pull this off? Let me see what happens. Let's, whatever that dance move over here is, I'll Google it in a sec, but it's kind of like doing the twist or something. It's kind of both arms. The coulette, I think that's what it's called. The skirt shorts. That, and then in the middle you have this, and then on the right you're gonna have the classic. And the classic, I'm thinking with a lasso, kind of. So torso this way, pelvis this way, arm going back into space, arm going forward in space, head kind of tilted down, arc of the torso, arc of the pelvis, twist in the hips, knee forward, leg back, maybe knee locked, something like that. It's 11 by 17 paper, so it's a little tricky to fit all under frame. You know, let me pull the camera back just a little bit, I think. 1 second. It's gonna shake the camera, I apologize. See all three. Very tilted angle. You know what? Next stream, I just realized something. I could move my whole table this way. Oh, that's kind of exciting. It only took me 2 years to figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. What can I do right now? Let me see. Watch. Every little bit's gonna make a big difference. Because the angle. See if I can just move it a little bit and see the difference. Okay. Vicky Seance, 5,000th time I've seen doing Wonder Woman on stream. Well, you can go enjoy the rest of your day then. You don't have to stick around. But as I noted early in the year, I'm going to be doing some professional work, and this is a professional job. This is not a giveaway. This is not a tutorial. I'm working, and you can kind of sit in the studio while I work. It's not so much who you're drawing, but the composition, the thinking, the construction, the composition especially on a tricky 3-part cover like this, but whatever. Wouldn't it be easier to move the camera? No, because it can't really go behind me. There we go. Get in a little closer. Why is the stream so quiet? You mean the volume? sound is fine. All right, great. Now you're getting me all paranoid. All right, so let's do this. If she has the shield behind her. And then the buildings I'll put in perspective this way. And I apologize that not everything is on camera. Okay. Some sort of weird Olympus thing. And I do have this triangular element, so I kind of want to make her bigger now and these a little bit smaller. I'm just banking that they're not going to put cover treatment logo. I need to Google the one variant that I already did, just to make sure I'm not. Let's see, what do I got here? Okay, I'm good. Sword first. Let me see if I can turn up the volume for you people. Filter. Audio filter. Gain. Alright, how's that? Does that sound louder? Mav Paint 713, Chuck Arnold 3000, Pass Morale, Gator Core, Grand Admiral Burtis, all subscribed along with Right Now and Later, Chunk Style 3030, Life on Stilts, Vandicart, PWJI Pujimbo 03, Kryptonite by Design, and Buchenred 41442. Much better, louder for sure. Sounds lit, fam. Hey, KB Bradshaw, what are you doing? Tier 1 sub to just A bunch of random people. What's going on? KB Bradshaw balling out. Dot Wonder Woman, Sora Warman, Space Dive, As Comic Art, Dave Brocky. You are now following whether you like it or not. Yes, Kirihiko. Not even a thank you, but what are you doing? What is wrong with you? No, thank you very much. As comic art, yes. It's very kind. Pay it forward, as as I have to say. Pay it forward. All right. All right. I don't even know if this concept works. Okay, so this shoulder is coming forward. Arm. Maybe more like this. Or you can go for the palm up. Yikes, I don't even know how to do this. Spear? Like, it should be running like this. That's tricky to do. Wait, but if you're doing that, yeah, I don't even know how you would do that. Or it could just be a sword. I don't know what works best. Or if it's more to this. Or it could be above her head. Which makes no sense. I could put it further behind her body so you only see the forearm rather than the bicep. And then like that. Instead of running, so with this, use a pretty flat, large pencil. I don't want to invest too much time in the details. It's really about the pose, the energy, and then I'll work on the entire composition. So as soon as I have this one down, it's really kind of moving on to the next figure. crossover into that other cover. Even though they're connected, the backgrounds are going to connect them. It's odd if you buy this separately and her weapon kind of goes off panel. I think, at least. It looks like she's clearing her head for the express purpose of showing her face, which doesn't look supernatural. So Pasmarile has cheered. Thank you very much. Drake has nothing on me. Has sub. Thank you for the sub. Suterian, thank you for the cheer. August Goldum has also resubbed for 2 months. So thank you very much. Just have 2 covers. Try to lasso the one in the middle. Says Poop Kid. Welcome into Poop Kid. What's the angle of my drawing table? I believe it's at like 40 degrees, maybe? Okay. I'm getting closer. It might not feel like it because I didn't draw anything mentally. I've thought about it, and I think I know where I need to be. No, I suppose if I were working digitally, this is where it would come in the most handy. So when doing the bent arm that's kind of coming out, you gotta just kind of show the ball of the elbow there, and then the bicep coming towards you this way, and the forearm going back into space like that. If you decide to do something like this. I don't know if I can still do it with it down. I just moved her over more, but also changed up the pose a little bit. So it's would be this kind of thing, but she's got a shield, so it's going to be this kind of thing. So then maybe the fist is right here. Thumb, fist, shoulder, bicep. Something like that. But actually that elbow's not coming forward, it's more to the side, so I gotta adjust for that. It's actually the reverse. So the forearm comes like, how does it work? Shoulder back into space, straight up. foreshorten it so it doesn't go too long there. Yeah, KB Bradshaw. There's a method to this madness. If it were that easy, where it was like draw this, done. It's ongoing loop of madness. Ryan Harper 2 has resub. El Kabong 32 Tooth has resub. Yeah. Peter Steves, erasing is just as important, right? Having the ability to erase something that you just spent time drawing. Fallen Clown has resub. The Art Jedi. Are you excited for the new Star Wars TV show, The Mandalorian? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Tony Kenobi. Hi, Jim. Are you going to the Hex event tomorrow? I hope so, since I'm supposed to be there. RCJP UK. Do you not picture in your mind first? I do. It's all in my mind first, but sometimes like what you see in your mind and what you draw on the page don't match up. I see the figure in motion. I see it's not an image, it's the character doing something, you know? I hear the effort. I see the light behind the character. Okay. So let's just try this. So the idea is there's roughly three bits of rock kind of jut out. Okay, go forth, but it's a little asymmetrical to suggest how organic it all is. Alright, so we got that one, we got this one. Alright, so if you look at these two. Alright, so that's not perfect, but it's close. So I'm going to go to the next one over here. And I'm going to do more of an upshot. Oh, maybe not that much of an upshot. Let's try that again. And maybe she's more forward. Let's go big. Let's see what happens if I go bigger. She looks more dramatically this way. Up. Somewhere underside the rib cage. It's a little similar to this with the right arm. So, because it's twirling lasso, it's a twirling lasso. Let me move this over here. I just hear her saying like, it's not hola. What was the thing that she would say? Hola? I don't know. She'd have some expression where when she was twirling. So some craziness with it. All right. So can you see that? Can't see it because of the chat. Correct, chat is in the way. Move chat over here. There we go. All right, now let's see how these two look together. All right, now I need to just Google the first Wonder Woman cover. All right, Sensation Comics #1. That's what I want to reference, but at a slightly different angle. So it wasn't too far off. It's going to be the same pose, but at an angle. It's actually very similar to, I think, the second one, so I might need to adjust the second one. Here now we can use the elbow trick of having that elbow pop out. It's a high knee, so I captured that a little bit. It looks very awkward, but I'll fix it. This was actually the hardest part of this whole three-piece cover, honestly, is doing 3 poses that kind of capture different eras, that form a bigger kind of image. Things go back in space, they get smaller. It's going to be tilted a little this way. Try to make this 40s hairstyle work. And I think that knee is more towards the midline, like not straight forward, but more like this, I think. Let me see how that looks. If that looks any better. All right, that feels a little more like a dance, like this is going this way and that's going this way. Maybe drop the shoulder down even more, like the way it is in that. If you guys Google Sensational Comics #1, you can kind of see what I'm looking at as reference. And I'm taking that straight on 2D image and converting it to a 3/4 straight on 2D image. See you later. Drake has nothing on me. Beer Shampoo, one of the most inspiring people ever, sure. Synerge Ice. No, I'm actually drawing these boards. I am drawing on these boards. I like the energy that it's on here, and I try to keep that in the final drawing. I find if I transfer it, I lose a lot of the energy. Jess Ames has subbed. Dauber, Twintu Bonilla Cupcakes, Darth Laurie, Tolbooth 10, Fallen Clown have all subbed. Thank you for the support. Okay. Because of these two poses, I'm wondering, and they all have her right leg bent, so now I'm thinking, alright, I have to try something else for the center. I think it's got to be even larger rather than smaller, or maybe not. Let me think. Let's just try smaller first. I'm advocating they only put one logo and they put that in the center. It's feeling very kind of Frazetta-ish in terms of pose. Not comparing myself to Frank Frazetta, because that would be very poor in a comparison. I would not rank favorably in that, but it's just sort of that classic kind of arm up in the sky. I tried to do it with this Havoc cover when I did the Extinction Agenda. All right. So what happens? Hello? Can you guys hear me? It's all good. Is it Crispy's birthday? I should know these things. Pfannkuchen. I love it. Pfannkuchen. Was ist Pfannkuchen? What? No, it's not. Okay, great. I thought I'd have to be nice to him. All right. Rapture has subbed. Thank you very much. Figgy Ninja. Thanks for sharing your gift with us. It's always inspiring. I feel like this is my gift. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Crimers asking again, what are your thoughts on Eastern composition versus Western? I haven't answered it. I don't really have an answer that one goes one way, the other goes the other way. Horrible answer. Dark Solid X. Hello everyone in chat. All right. Let's see what happens. Sometimes I block things out with shadows like this because it. I have this arm back, kind of like here. So I'm wondering what happens if I do this. Be the sword here. Is she better off here, larger? Perhaps. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay. Klotsta Barbero 787 has subbed. Daniel J. Bosco has cheered. Happy fake birthday to Crispy Egg. I liked how everyone was wishing Crispy a happy birthday, and Crispy just let it roll on for like minutes, and then he's like, "What? One Punch Mango, thank you." Yeah, erasers. Gotta have this. Right. Bag of erasers. Got 5 left. All right. All right. Now you kind of see how this is rolling here. We got big Wonder Woman, smaller, larger. This one could be larger too, because I'm not going to have. start out at 11 today. I'll show you this in a second. She's especially high up. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of capture what I've got going on here. There's the 2 right here. Hey, proper artist, welcome in. Good to see you. And then this last one over here. What's hard for you guys to see at home is how the 3 compare. Let me just do this. Yeah, there you go. Hold on one sec. I'm going to just temporarily mute out chat. What's weird is she looks so much bigger than her, but they're about the same size, and it's just because of the perspective. There's a little bit of a bigger gap here than here, so I want to put some element that's impressive right here. I'm thinking Themyscira behind them in ruins and flames, and then maybe villains kind of like in those movie poster type montages. So let's just go ahead and create Amazon Island or whatever. Themyscira. Oh, you know, it'd be cool maybe some sort of aqueduct kind of structure. And see how that kind of perspective allows me to kind of sink into this middle ground here and help sell this idea. The columns here will be slightly skewed upwards. Smoke going this way very dramatically. I don't want the black smoke on the black hair, so I got to figure out. Pull the smoke here. Okay. And then probably put villain 1 head here. 2, 3, smaller here. These are going to be covered up by the logo, but there might not be a logo, so I'm basically setting it up both ways, so these villains aren't going to be super important here. I'm thinking Cheetah mostly over there, or even Giganta, although that would mess with my perspective. Like if I did Giganta large, she would look like, it would ruin the foreshortening element of it. There's smoke here, so maybe this aqueduct stops here, and you see a head here. Okay. Maybe these are kind of Greek gods. cheetah, the fangs. I don't know about this over here. Let's go large. So it goes large background figure back into space to small, small going back out large over here. So I'm going to go back small here. Even smaller. And maybe these over here are mostly inside profile, but getting smaller again with a couple of small people kind of in the shadows. Mtane 1. Yeah, Steve Trevor, Wonder Girls, and the rest of the supporting characters can be wherever. I mean, this might actually be Steve Trevor. Right? And then you have. Maybe you have Donna Troy right here. Another Wonder Girl here. Right? Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. Let me see if I can. I think so. The rough shape, I think I have pretty much well in hand. I wanted to kind of figure out a way to. Here. Twirl it a little bit like this so you can see. Right? See how the gap right here? It's a little awkward still. And I'm thinking maybe I need a hero. Another person here. Maybe that's Steve Trevor. Or Donna. Or Candy. See how that kind of helps? JPMCC, yeah, the crazy lassos right here. Or maybe that's just a random Amazon, like Donna Troy, but then I have other Amazons right here. And these Amazons all have their arms up. There's a lot going on. Wildstorm CCG, I embarrassingly don't know any of these names you're throwing out. Amazons, you've never heard that? KB Bradshaw. Yeah, if I want to finish faster, Kirby Crackle and some smoke. You're right. Except Wonder Woman doesn't have as much Kirby Crackle. I mean, I think when you get to the God stuff up here, you can do some interesting stuff. Hey, Dauber. Tim Bash has resubbed for 18 months. Thank you very much. Cardiac Sumo 1 has gifted a sub to Nova Prime X, who was just lamenting the fact that he could not afford a sub. So that's very kind of you, Cardiac Sumo 1. Appreciate the community. Snaffle Shambles has resubbed. 1 year, you've made me more productive and inspired. That's cool. Thank you. Whimsical Totoro has resubbed. Waihi has resubbed for 26 months. Jay the Artist. Nova Primex has cheered. Do I work out? I unfortunately don't have time to, but I would love to. I need to. Would you become vegan or vegetarian? Not if, unless there was a reason. And is cereal cold soup? No. Cereal is a grain mixed with a liquid. Paper Falcon 4 has resubbed. Low price Poltergeist has resubbed as well. Claus the Barbaro. I already said that one. Sorry. Let's get the chat back in. There we go. All right. So I think I'm pretty good to start. So what happens is I go ahead and finish this, and then that will inform that. But I probably won't finish this 100%. I'll get it to. I might finish her completely and kind of just Greek out the rest. But like this is gonna be mostly black. So I'm like thinking of like the black shapes. I have the shadows. Like it's gonna be really kind of the bottom anchoring the piece, and then when it goes up, it's gonna have black shapes up here. There'll be a color hold and knock back. There'll be ruins. The Themyscira, smoke going off, so I have like a kind of asymmetrical design to the symmetrical piece, right? There's a symmetry to the three figures going out. This figure here breaks up that symmetry, and then the smoke that goes that way helps offset it. Having a large head here, but only here, helps kind of fill this gap, and then I am creating a roundness to the composition of depth by putting smaller figures seated in the background. And then ultimately, as KB Bradshaw said, I don't even have to do these figures here. There might be a logo treatment, so it's a waste of time. I could just leave it open, have smoke, whatever I feel like. So I've got another 20 minutes, so I will go ahead and probably start refining this figure here. And this is a 0.5. I'm probably going to do 2 refinements, so this one will be a refinement of the looser pencils, and then I'm going to probably erase this and refine it some more. See that? Let's zoom in here. All right. This is really about proportion and structure. Underside of that rib cage. This mechanical pencil makes me, unless I do that, for the most part, it's making me choose one line, so I'm just going from basic blobular shapes and getting a little more concrete with this all. the big change was that shoulder coming down. Pull the knee in a little more towards that center line. Just to provide a little more torque at the torque at the waist level. Okay. What did you measure with my finger? Did I measure something? I didn't measure any. I don't think I measured anything. Maybe anyone torque it? Yes. Go into space so that bicep is shorter. Look up a Spartan shield. Let's see if an example of one that's like gigantic. They're all pretty much circular. A Roman phalanx shield might be kind of interesting. Although we're seeing the back of it, so we wouldn't see the cool designs in the front. But, you know, we've always just seen her with a circular shield. So let me think what happens if I do this here. Someone will complain that this is Roman mythology or Roman history versus Greek, so I'll go back to the circular phalanx, whatever. I can already feel the hate on Twitter. But I'll make it a big shield. Nightbot, Sam is over. Nightbot should include the, I'm doing a signing event at the Hex backpack store in LA tomorrow night. KB Bradshaw is completely impatient. Like, just finish the damn thing. Take the shortcuts. Emperor L has subbed using Prime. Thank you very much. Malkav 254, Eggbird have all subbed. Thank you very much. Current comic book art that inspires me. Yeah, Ugmanu Gary Frank is just killing it. Yeah, just amazing work. You should check it out. OT Countdown. Poor Jim has been to war and back on Twitter. I don't know if I've ever... I medevaced out. I was in for a second, medevaced the hell out. But now I'm thinking the shield down is more naturalistic, but I feel like I want to almost celebrate. It's kind of like what happens if I move that arm up? And then I tilt the shield so it's more like this. You know what's funny is it's kind of like an Escher drawing. I've created a space by foreshortening that forearm a little bit. And I just drew an ellipse for the shield, but I actually think they weren't in the same perspective. I want to say the shield probably more circular, a little flatter than the oval I've drawn before, the ellipse I drew before. Something like that. Okay. ODB 818, Old Dirty Bastard from LA, has resubbed for 18 months. Thank you very much. Ben Sketchin, that's it. All right. And then over here, I will put Donna Troy. I wonder if she's been in a crazy armor in her past. She has. Was this actually used? That's the problem with the internet. Sometimes you find art, it's either fan art or it's a proposed design, or it's a lot of times the artist will design something and it's not used, and that's kind of cool. Found David Finch when he and Meredith Finch did Wonder Woman. I think I've I want to confirm this look. It's got this black and silver armor. It looks pretty badass, but I just don't know if this was used. Oh wait, that looks like a cover. There we go. Yeah, The Return of Donna Troy. I'll use that costume. Kind of badass. Although she should be more over here. You know what? Donna Troy's getting a new costume. I just put on my publisher hat for 5 seconds. Alright, back to freelance artist mode. KB Bradshaw, have you been drinking this morning? I should be thankful, but instead I'm just cracking wise. Thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Rex Luxon and Bariak. Very kind of you. Gelatin Guy. Good to see ya. The R Jedi. Are you planning any Star Wars projects after you're done with these beautiful covers? No plans, but you never know. If I drew anything Star Wars related, it would just be for fun. Okay, so that's Donna Troy. I see there's one here, this design that Brett Booth did. Was this used or not? Can anyone confirm? I'm pretty sure I saw it. Okay. Bonjour, Synergy Ignites. Akido, Popeye's chicken sandwich. Yeah, so I've heard all about this craze. I do go to Popeye's quite a bit. If I go now, will they just have the sandwich, or is it a thing where they have them in short bursts and people risk their lives to go out and get one? Chunky style 30-30, just like anything, the more you erase, the better you get at it. Sold out my area. I don't understand. Like, isn't there a chicken sandwich? Can't you just order the chicken tenders and then put it on a bun? Like, isn't that the same thing? Like, didn't they actually advocate, or was it another place where you can bring your own bread and just put their chicken in between? We definitely need a eraser emote, for sure. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I don't eat it too often, but I actually think Popeyes has the best chicken. I like their spicy chicken. And then the red beans and rice, the coleslaw, that. works for me. So, I might have her hold a sword, and she can hold a spear. KFC Beyond? I didn't even know there was a KFC Beyond. I personally like Rebirth KFC better, which is an improvement, many say, over New 52 KFC. But actually, we did a KFC comic book tie-in, and we did like a New 52 version of the Colonel, where he meets all the other Colonels from the multiverse. It was fun. KF Crisis, exactly. Kentucky Infinite Chickens. Stop. I barely started. Gelatin guy, yes. They used to have a crispy strip sandwich at KFC, but they took it away. Yeah, come on, let's get our priorities straight. I mean, I know that there's all this talk of impeachment and all this political chaos and tariffs, but really, can we just solve the shortage of chicken sandwiches? You know? And for proper artists, bring back the crispy strip sandwich at KFC. Exactly. Jim 2020, yes. All right. The shortage is on purpose. Everything's on purpose. Life is on purpose. All right. Smoke's going this way, so her hair is going this way. All right, so then after I do this, I'm running out of time. After I do this, I will do the bolts and bracelets, Wonder Woman over here. Then I'll jump over to the 80s version, doing a crazy lasso swing. And then once I have them broken out like this, I will then go and do the same for all the background figures. And then I'll do the same thing for the backgrounds themselves. So everything has three-dimensional structure. And then I'll go back in and refine this, refine that, refine this, refine that. The same sequence. But that is the process. And you can see that this, just going from blank paper to sort of description to this state, took an hour and a half almost. And so when you think about how long it would take to do 3 covers like this, I'm guessing I have another 18 hours to 24 hours to go. But really, the hardest part is what you just saw. Everything else now is just drawing and shadowing, and this was a big solve, right? All the different variables. How do I make 3 Wonder Woman look interesting compositionally, so there's some depth to it, and how does each cover look? Right, you want each cover to look cool. All right, so there's the first cover, middle cover. And then the left cover. This bothers me a little bit, that they're kind of the same face. So this might be slightly up, or that might be slightly up, and that's more down. So I will account for that. Then this is the last cover, the 80s. All right. I may or may not stream during the week. as I do some of this stuff. I don't think I'm going to stream all 3 covers, but there might be a point somewhere in the week, in the evening, where I stream like kind of the next sort of work in progress mode. Ben Sketchin has subbed using Prime for 2 months. Thank you very much. We usually go at the end of all this to go rate another creative, kind of share the love. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm waiting for the mods to give me a recommendation, but I want to thank Kirihiko, Crispy Egg Roll, and Poop Kid, our 3 mods. Please thank them, guys. They are here dutifully, loyally, and they do a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes to make sure this all runs smoothly and you guys get the information on when the streams are going to be, and all the Nightbot information. It's automated, but they actually update it, right? So a lot of great stuff that they do. So thank you very much, Kirihiko, Crispy, and PK. Dark Salad X has cheered. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Matty Tattoo has subbed using Prime. Dung Beetle Bruh as well. And we're going to go raid someone right now. So I'll see you guys soon. And I'll post this work in progress so you can see each image in the Discord channel. All right? Take care, guys.